Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Say What Needs to Be Said. I'm your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel, two-time Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowler, all-pro record-breaking cornerback, and the last cornerback to intercept 50 interceptions during a 16-game season era. Yeah, man, that's me, man. And you know I have to talk about that. When are we going to see another cornerback intercept 50 interceptions during his career? I don't know. But until the meantime, in between time, I have to talk about it and continue to promote it because they don't want y'all to know. And it's Tuesday Night Vibes, and we got to talk about who is going to the Super Bowl because I told y'all the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. It may not look like it, and y'all might not like the way it looks, but they are getting it done, and all we worried about is the W. Get that W. How James Winston do it? Get the W. That's all you want. Let me bring on my co-host for the night, man. Tuesday Night Vibes, man. We got a lot to talk about.
Matters, baby.
Late, man. If y'all ain't know, I was traveling, going back and forth, doing the family thing, man, and all that's good stuff, man. I forgot to take pictures up there in Gainesville with my daughter at track practice. You know, she on a full ride running that track, and I had to drive back yesterday, man, and got a little wore out, man. I didn't want to sell y'all short on any show, so I had to take my time and say, you know what? It'll be better just to show up tonight. So we are here tonight, and guess what? Finally, Asante Samuel Jr. has signed, baby. He is feeling great, man. The neck injury and the spinal cord injury, all that is feeling great, man. You know, it's always still some, things to be concerned about, man. That's just playing the sport of football. But he is a Steeler now. And what do we think about Asante Samuel Jr. being on the Steelers team, man? Is he going to be able to contribute right away? Got Darius Big Play Slay over there, man, still doing his thing, playing at a high level, man. And he was really playing good this last game that Pittsburgh Steelers had just played. And right before he got hurt, man, Darius Big Play Slay was playing really good. But at the same time, I know a lot of people would like to see that duo with Joey Porter Jr. and Asante Samuel Jr., man, two kids, man, for fathers that were hell of a players in their careers in the NFL, man. And, probably move Big Play Slay to the slot. He wouldn't mind. But at the same time, I know he would love to mentor, our young children, our sons, man, and show them, how to be professionals, how to go out there and play at a high level, how to go get the football. You understand? So it's a good situation for me. I like Coach Mike Tomlin. I think he's a good leader. He guides men in the right direction, and he knows what he's doing, man. He knows what he's doing. What about you, man? How you doing out there, man? How are you doing, bro?
Good, man. It's definitely good seeing him signing over there. And just like you said, Big Play Slay is a great teammate. He's gonna make sure, even though Slay new to the team, he's like one of the vets over there. He's gonna get him accumulated quickly.
He's been around for a minute, man. He's been around for a minute, man. Yeah. But let's get into it, man. Hey, we're going to talk about tonight, man, the Eagles, and who will they be playing in the Super Bowl when it comes January 6th? 6:30, January 8th, whatever day today is. Y'all put the date in
February.
Huh? I mean, February 6th. February 6th. January 6th is my birthday. So y'all make sure y'all tap in and make sure y'all remember that day and give me a shout out on my birthday, man. But February 6th, man, I'm thinking about January, thinking about my birthday. But hey, man, Packers lost to the Eagles. The Eagles got that victory 10-7, man. And you know what I can't believe about that game, man? I cannot believe Nick Sirianni gambled on 4th down to try to close out the game. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Man,
I seen reports today saying that was AJ and Jalen that made that call.
I can expect something like that. Like I talk to y'all about on Say What Needs to Be Said. When I played for the Patriots and I was a young athlete, I was a young player in my 3rd, 4th year, but I had a lot of vets around me, and we didn't agree with the play call, and we thought we needed to change the play to win the game. We absolutely did it, and we would go to the coach together as one unit, and we would all be in trouble, not just one person. You understand? So I can see them doing that, and maybe Jalen Hurts wanted to get AJ Brown the football because he didn't get too many touches in the game, and I can completely see that happening. Right? Yeah. At the same time, I see Nick Sirianni taking up for his athletes. At the same time, if he didn't direct Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown to audible out of the run play and go deep for a touchdown, that's what good coaches do, man. At the same time, but if that gamble didn't pay off, man, and the Packers would have won, after Sirianni gambled or went for it on 4th down, he would be on the hot seat dealing with the Philadelphia Eagles media. I'm telling you. He would
Definitely.
be on the hot seat all week until he wins another game, man. And the pressure got to Jeffrey Lurie along with Howie Roseman, man. And I'm sure they would have had a lot to say about that play, man, because it was like unnecessary. It was unnecessary. It's uncalled for. It was like even lining up to go for it. And that makes me kind of disagree with what you said because, they lined up and called a timeout. They lined up, act like they was about to go for it, called a timeout, and then went for it. You had opportunities to make sure they didn't do that, man. So I think that was a design play. Maybe it was designed by the offensive coordinator and Jalen Hurts, but Nick Sirianni just going with the flow. That's what I can say.
Even if he would have made the catch, I still don't think it was a good play call, man. It's 33 seconds left in the game. They got 0 timeouts. Pin them deep. Make them drive 90 yards, 95 yards to win the game. But that's definitely like a risk right there. Because only needed about like 30 yards to get in the field goal range to tie it up. So that definitely was a risk.
Yeah, man. That was a tough loss for the Packers, man. To the Eagles the other night, man. Why not, also, man, why not give Jordan Love a run pass option, on the most important play of the game instead of just, making it a permanent run. It was a lot of plays in that game that I didn't agree with. But, the Eagles are winners, baby. Win, win, win. That's what the Eagles do, baby. That's what we do. Jalen Hurts, don't worry about the stats. 183 yards, 15 to 26. Baby, 1 touchdown, 0 turnovers. Win. That's what it's about. Saquon Barkley, 22 carries.
He had a turnover. He didn't have an interception, but that fumble on the 20-yard line,
sorry about that. Yeah, we had a fumble. So, thank you for correcting me. 1 turnover, he fumbled the football. Hey, he's a running back. He's a running quarterback. He's going to do that sometime. Saquon Barkley, no fumbles. 60 yards, 22 carries, He turned up in the fourth quarter when it mattered the most, when they wanted to keep the ball away from the Packers, But Devontae Smith, man, he showed up big for the Eagles on a couple of catches, man. They was very impressive, and the Eagles needed him to show up, and he did. Just when the defense, just when the Packers defense think they stop the key players in the game, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Saquon Barkley, they forget about Devontae Smith. He shows up big. 2 big catches to lead the team to victory. You understand what I'm saying? And Saquon Barkley, man, he was very close to breaking through for some big runs against the Packers, when they were trying to get the ball back when they were down 10-7 late in the fourth quarter.
Right.
There is only one defense to call when the team needs the ball back. What defense is that, everybody? What defense is that that the defensive coordinator is going to call when we desperately need the football back?
Going blitz.
Huh?
I said blitz.
What type of blitz?
All out blitz.
That's right. Send everyone. Send every player that is not in coverage and cause chaos. That's all the defensive coordinator knows what to do, man. The game is on the line. It's 3rd and 8. Send everyone. And that makes them feel comfortable with their job security and everything else. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it also leaves the second level of defense very vulnerable. And that's why Saquon Barkley almost broke through on a couple of those plays. And he's starting to warm up. This is time of the year. That's how I know the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl, because he's starting to warm up. He's starting to get those legs up under him. He's starting to get those legs up under him, man. And that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. And then Jordan Love, man. Jordan Love was disappointing, man. Jordan Love was disappointing. Although he threw for 176 yards, he was 20 for 36, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And Josh Jacobs, 21 carries, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. And that is usually the workhorse for the Packers to get going. They need Josh Jacobs. Jordan Love, the way he plays football, throwing 50-50 passes, he needs Josh Jacobs to carry the load for the offense, because Jordan Love can't do it by himself. And we're going to talk about that. And we're going to get into Jordan Love and his issues, the issues that Jordan Love has as a quarterback for the Packers, because there are some. But the Eagles, man, the Eagles got away. The Eagles got away, man, with the offside penalty on that first tush push. They got away with one, man. I can't lie. They got away with one. And those little things, those little plays like that matters a lot in the game. You may not has a lot to do with the outcome of the game. You may not realize it because it may not seem like it, But I know, man, a lot of people are frustrated about this play and things like that, man. It's a reason for everyone to act crazy and cause a big ruckus. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now I bet there is a 99.99% chance the NFL will ban the tush
Oh
push.
yeah, it's definitely getting banned. It's definitely getting banned.
If the refs can't be consistent with these calls when it comes to that play, the tush push, the unique play, and everyone feels like it creates a disadvantage, that will be the excuse that everyone used to get rid of the tush push. That will be the excuse. That would be the excuse.
You bring up that fourth down earlier. As you said, it should have been a run pass option, and the Eagles actually knew the play. They called it out. You hear Jomo, he screamed it out like they doing inside zone this way. So Josh Jacob, he spoke about it after the game. Josh Jacob was like, that had him second guessing because they knew exactly what he was doing. They had him second guessing when he got the ball, and it slowed them up, and they had end up getting that tackle for loss. And it was just like that comes with like
preparation, being prepared, you know, film study. But at the same time, obviously that must be the bread and butter. They think they're going to get the first down when it's short yardage situation, and that's their bread and butter. Tendencies. That's what we do in the meeting room. We figure out the tendencies and what do you go to plays, and give him a run pass option. That way he doesn't have to figure. The defense haven't figured out just one play. Right. You know, give him an option. Jordan Love uses his legs really well. That was very idiotic for them to hurry up. I think it was like a panic button they was pushing. You know, hurry up and get to the line, catch them off sides because the defensive line for the Eagles are very talented. Get this ball off and maybe catch them off guard. And it didn't work at the end of the day. It didn't work.
Man, shout out to Jalen Phillips because he came in off the trade and immediately had an impact on the game. Tackles for loss. He had a fumble recovery on that play that we're talking about, but he immediately made an impact coming in.
Yeah, I like see that Eagle green, baby, with the Jordan logo on it, baby. Eagle green with the Jordan logo.
Okay.
But man, the most impressive player on defense from both sides of the football, Quinyon Mitchell, man. I really like what I'm seeing from Quinyon Mitchell, man. He has really good technique at cornerback. He transitions from going north and south to east and west. So smooth. It's smooth as any cornerback that I have watched over the years. Very smooth. And in press coverage, he is consistent getting his hands on the receivers while being in control of the receiver's route in press coverage. Very smooth. Very good with his hands. The coordination is awesome. And when he's in off coverage, Quinyon Mitchell understands how to play with leverage on the receiver and keeping enough cushion to see the quarterback throw at the target and understands when to collapse and break on the football. He understands just the way I see the game, you know? And y'all know I'm the technique guy. And let me tell you, man, once Quinyon Mitchell get a couple more games, a couple more years up under his belt and understand how to directly go get that football, man, things are going to change drastically.
Man, he had a chance to get a pick six,
baby.
He definitely had a chance to get a pick six yesterday. He went to go knock down the ball instead of that. If that I know that was you, that would have been a pick six right there. And he did that little comeback hitch. Yeah, and he jumped it and everything. He had so much room to make the interception. That would have been a pick six, but he just wanted to secure the knockdown. He gotta go for that ball,
plays
man.
Like that will come as you get your confidence and continue to play and. You being that your sophomore year, you just was a rookie. You still trying to please the coach at the same time as make plays to make yourself feel who you are. And so I think he's kind of dealing with that, and eventually, man, he's gonna have that confidence and go crazy out there. But did you see? I forget who that was on the interception or the fumble recovery for a touchdown, whatever it was. When number 50, the linebacker, he ran down to the end zone and he threw the ball up in the air, and Quinyon Mitchell came out of nowhere. He went and grabbed the ball wherever it landed at, came back to where number 50 threw the ball at, slammed it, then went and got the football again and slammed it again. Like, bro, just being no man's land. Bro, so funny, man. Bro, funny, man. I love watching Quinyon Mitchell play, man. He definitely got a fan in me, man. Watching him, go out there and be an architect when it comes to playing the position cornerback, man. He's just so smooth. Sure. He doesn't panic at all, no matter what route is coming. How how much leverage the wide receiver has gained on him, and so many things, man. So yeah, man, he's going to be probably the best cornerback in the NFL right now. We can't give it to him because he needs to go get the ball a few more times, but soon coming. I don't see anyone that consistently has the technique and plays with the leverage and eyes the way Quinyon Mitchell do. So, man, shout out to Howard Roseman for identifying Quinyon Mitchell as one of the hell of a players, man. And and going to get him in the first round. But another player drafted in the first round that I am disappointed in, and I am not seeing any progress in. And I think he's pretty much maxed out his potential. And that's Jordan Love. Jordan Love mechanics is killing me, man. Half of his passes, he intentionally throws off his back foot. And he's not stepping in his passes. That if you don't step into your passes as a quarterback, it takes away the accuracy from the pass. You know what I mean?
Right.
Jordan Love will not get any better as a quarterback until he fixes his mechanics and learn to stop floating backwards when he's throwing the football. Sometimes he doesn't even have to do it. He doesn't have to float back, but he intentionally does it because it's a bad habit. And those bad habits creep up in a player. They are hard to get rid of. And at the same time, Jordan Love, he needs a receiver that will come down on the winning end of most of those 50-50 balls he loves to throw. These are a lot of things the Packers are going to need for them to be successful. You got to fix Jordan Love mechanics ASAP. Got to fix him ASAP. He's not getting any better.
They drafted they drafted a receiver in the first round this year, and it's getting no production. That was like a kind of, I ain't gonna say a waste because he still got plenty of time to play the game, but he hasn't really contributed to the team so far. So I mean,
exactly, because you can't just draft any wide receiver for Jordan Love. You know, you need to go get that wide receiver that is going to come down on the winning end of those 50-50 balls, not just a speedy route running type of wide receiver, because that's what Jordan Love likes to do. He needs a big, tall, physical, athletic guy that can, make those outstanding catches, If not, then he needs to start going through his progressions and find the open man, find the best target to throw to. But that is going to consist of him working on his mechanics and getting better at his mechanics. So I don't see anybody talking about how poor his mechanics is and the things that he needs to do correctly. All these quarterback whispers and all these quarterback stats on on television and things like that. Jordan Love needs to be fixed. His mechanics are not up to par. You know what I mean? That's just the truth. But both teams play really good on defense, man.
For real, that's a defensive game right there.
That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. Both teams play really good on defense. But the Philadelphia Eagles, who I know is going to the Super Bowl, they played an outstanding game on defense. And who will the Philadelphia Eagles be playing in the Super Bowl? Y'all know I said the Chargers, right? And also, right? Y'all talk to us in the chat. We talk back, baby. And also, who are the possible teams that can possibly stop the Eagles from going to the Super Bowl? And I'm really concerned about the Seattle Seahawks. I really love what the Seattle Seahawks is doing in Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith and Jigba, man. They are doing a hell of a job. And that's just on offense. Defense, they can match player for player just as well, with the Eagles. So I'm concerned about the Seattle Seahawks. And they definitely, if they meet and they play each other, it's going to be a really tough physical game.
I'm more concerned with who the Seahawks play this weekend, and they in the same division as the Rams. The Rams. I feel like they're so familiar with each other. They played each other 3 times in the past year. You know what I mean? And then like the Rams, just like you said, Rams offense and Matthew Stafford actually done before. He's won a Super Bowl before, and he got Puka over there. He got Devontae Adams. They can run the ball. Two good running backs. So I'm more concerned
on defense.
I'm more concerned with the Rams than I am the Seahawks, because the Rams they've been there before. They've been around. They've been in the mix.
I'm taking Sam Darnold over Matthew Stafford any day of the week right now. Matthew Stafford is old. He always been too much of a streaky quarterback to me. I'm not a big fan of Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, He's another one of those guys. He can get it done. Don't get it twisted, you know. But I like to see, you know, quarterbacks especially be perfectionists. You know what I mean? And I don't really see that in a Matthew Stafford. I actually see that in the Sam Darnold, you know.
Man,
we see that in the Sam
Darnold do this last year. Sam Darnold went 14. They went 14-2. They had a big game to play Detroit Lions to win the division and get that first round bye. Sam Darnold didn't show up. The first round of the playoffs, they lose. Sam Darnold didn't show up. So that's the difference between Matthew Stafford. I see him win those big time games. Sam Darnold, I see him be good. He was 14-2 last year. He did the same thing.
Yet, but he's on a team now.
Yeah,
that he can get it done with. And like you say, we talk about the people that try to criticize and take credit away from Jalen Hurts. Sam Darnold has a team that is just as talented as any other team in NFL right now, man. And the way they get after the offense, or they get after the quarterback on defense, oh man, they get after the quarterback a lot better than we do at the Eagles right now. But we got Phillips, so, and hopefully things can change. You know, that's the team I'm worried about.
There's definitely a game of the week this weekend, Rams versus Seahawks. To see where both teams are, see how they match up, and honestly,
we're gonna talk about that game. We're gonna be tuned in because we need to see who potentially has a chance to stopping the Eagles from getting to the Super Bowl, and if the Rams or the Seahawks, who's the better team? I think the Seahawks are a better team by far. I think it's by a landslide. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I think,
man, I can't wait for this game. I can't wait for this game this weekend.
Hey, I can't wait either, man. So y'all remember, y'all make sure y'all tune back in. Every time we tune in, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the hype button. Tell the subscribe button up, tell the like button up, man. Force us in the algorithm. They playing with us. I done figured out the cheat code, what they was doing to us over there. They was trying to hold us back because I say what needs to be said. And I'm not sparing no one because I say it from my heart, you know? And I feel like it's right. I just want to be right. You know, I just want to say what's right. Do what's right. If I'm wrong, correct me. And I admit it any day of the week. But we got to talk about James Harrison, man. I'm sorry, James Harrison to the podium. We have to get James Harrison to the podium. And, man, James Daboll Harrison, reminiscing about old times and what could have, should have been if we didn't know their plays. Yes, James Harrison is crying. Big Daboll. He's crying about the AFC Championship. He talking about us, the Patriots, whooping the Steelers in the 2004 AFC Championship game to advance to the Super Bowl. Now, because they beat us in the regular season and we whooped them 41-27 in the AFC Championship, James Harrison thinks we cheated. And 7 of those 27 points came with seconds left in the game. So the score really was 41-20. We really beat that tail. We beat them down. But why is James Harrison acting like it's not super hard to beat a team twice? We all know that in the NFL. It is super hard to beat a team twice. So let's check out James Harrison crying about losing the AFC Championship to us, baby. The Patriots, the dynasty.
2004, bro. It was Halloween 2004. We played the Patriots that week, and then the next week we ended up playing Philly. Both of them was undefeated. We beat them. Okay. We played the Patriots on Halloween, bro.
On Halloween.
Bopped them boys 34-20, bro. Like,
okay.
Do it twice, homeboy. Do it twice. You talking about regular season. Do it twice, homeboy. Bop that.
They couldn't see where nothing was coming from, bro. This is when the Spygate was going on. Okay?
Talk about it.
Played them in the playoffs, bro.
Spygate.
They hit us on every single blitz but one. That's when they was doing that muddle huddle at the line.
Yes.
And not, really hurry huddle.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got our signals that first game, bro. They came back that playoff game and that championship game, bro. Did that muddle at the line. We go to doing our calls, bro, and they catch all that, bro.
It sounds like we had better coaching than you, brother. It sounds like y'all was our coach. And it's so sad to hear you cry about it now, but let's continue on.
And here's the crazy thing. Everybody's like, oh, James,
that.
you're just saying that. You're just saying that. No, I'm not just saying that. I know this for a fact.
Oh my gosh, here they go.
I'm just saying, because people on their staff made oh, that's just a normal occurrence, dude. Everybody does it. I'm like, no, everybody don't do it. I've never done that or had that done a day in my life. Like,
do what exactly, sir? Try to steal your signals? God damn it, if I could see your signals, who the hell wouldn't want to know the damn signals? Let's carry on.
Never. And then even recently, I had somebody say, well, everybody did it. You just didn't know about it, man. How would I not know about it? If I don't know about it, how is it going to help me as a defense? And it couldn't help us back then because the only people that had the headphone in was the quarterback.
Oh, my Lord.
And he had that live all the way up until what, 12, 15 seconds?
Boy.
Like 15 seconds?
Like, dude, we showing hard here. Oh, no, it ain't coming there. Boom, they going here. We showing hard where it's coming. Oh, yeah, it's coming there. Like, boom. Only missed. They only missed one blitz, dude. Like,
all right, enough of this malarkey.
Like, if you
enough of this malarkey. Excuses. Boy, let me tell you,
man. I
we all can make excuses and have excuses if we want to. We can make excuses every day of the week for every hour if we wanted to. Everybody can have an excuse. I understand there are levels to greatness, and a lot of athletes didn't get to experience the level of greatness I have experienced. And James Harrison, I'm sorry, you are one of them, brother. Just because Tom Brady or the coach recognize your poorly disguised defensive scheme, you think we cheated? If you think James Harrison, Big Ben was so great, just imagine how great Tom Brady would be to you, James Harrison, if y'all played together. Just imagine. I know you only played most of your career for the Steelers, and y'all think that Troy Polamalu and Big Ben are these great players. Man, let me tell you, there are a lot of greater players out there. Let me set you straight. Let me set you straight real quick. Now, how hard is it to realize the blitz is coming from the opposite side that the blitz is showing? Like, that's football 101. All right, I see the blitz over there. Watch the mic coming from over there. I don't know if it's the mic or the wheel or whatever. But if I see everybody faking this side, like, obviously I'm going to think they're trying to trick me sooner or later, especially if you just did it when we played y'all in the regular season. Like, I hope that's not his go-to evidence to trying to prove his case, because he didn't sound like he was too convincing, or he was that he believed himself that we was cheating. He believed that they got whooped, and he couldn't understand why we whooped them so bad.
I'm glad
James Harden wasn't used to the Steelers being dominated the way we dominated they tail. You know what I mean? That he wasn't used to that. So the best thing to come up with is to be a sore loser and think we had to cheat to win, and talk about that's when the Spygate was going on and all that stuff. Of course, they want to come down on us because we winning and we ain't following their rules. You know, Belichick ain't following nobody's rules. We do it how we want to do it, and nobody like it. You one of them people that ain't like it, Mr. James Harrison. Hey, but life carries on, man. Life goes on, brother. Life goes on.
Man, it's good to hear you and your side of the story, because you know, all of my life, all I hear is Eagles players complain about the Super Bowl and talk about how y'all cheated and stuff like that. So to hear you say that, I always want to hear your side of the story.
Exactly. and you know, I guess we cheated on defense too. I guess we cheated on the defense as well. The way we dominated their offense, like I said, the score was 40. The scores should have ended 41-20. And I guess me locking down Plaxico Burress, him only having 3 catches for 37 yards, means I cheated because I knew Big Ben signals. That's what that means. Because I locked them down. I dropped like 4 interceptions that game. Yeah, I should have made those big plays, but he didn't catch them, and he only had 3 catches because I'm dropping interceptions and stopping him from catching them. James Harrison, you know what it is? James Harrison is so disappointed in himself that he couldn't be a difference maker in this game. And his mind is starting to play tricks on him. He's so disappointed that he didn't make a difference in that game. He's like, they cheated 20 years later. Because he didn't say none of this after the game or years after, after the game and things like that. I remember that game vividly. It was one of my best games as a young pup trying to make my way in the NFL. I locked Plaxico Burress down. You understand? One of the elite receivers in the NFL at that time.
All right. You know, the next time we played y'all in the Super Bowl, the Eagles had 2 walkthroughs. Because they was like the first time y'all was watching the whole walkthrough, so y'all knew exactly everything it was going to do. So they had 2 separate walkthroughs to like not know which one was real and know which one was the actual game plan and all that stuff. So he ain't the only person that said that. A lot of people say that.
Everybody does the same thing. Whatever you're going to do, figure it out. Figure out a way so no one can figure out your plays. Figure out how to have 2 walkthroughs and which one is the real one. Figure out what signals are the real signals and which signals are not the real signals. Like, come on, man. Come on. But this is why I'm a problem out here in these YouTube podcast streets. When people bring up my era, I'm in like 2 different eras. They can't say what they want to say and get away with it. I'm going to be right here to say what needs to be said. Believe that.
The people want to hear it too.
Huh?
I said the people want to hear it too.
Yeah. I played with coaches that will go down in history as the best. You know what I mean? I've been with teams, with iconic circumstances. And of course, I dominated the cornerback position. So I'm a problem out here. Because nobody can't say what they want to say. See what I'm saying? My resume, what I've done on the football field, how I understand and see things, it overrides everything they talk about because they don't mean what they say sometimes. They just talking to talk. I can't talk to talk. I can't do that. I have to mean what I say. Yeah, we all slip up sometimes and, might get going, but I have to mean what I say, But at the end of the day, when a team or a person is so good or so good for so long, human nature would try to cause confusion to convolute the truth any day of the week.
That's what's happening?
That's what's happening. And maybe I would feel the same way if I didn't just so happen to be a part of these great teams that are in iconic circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, man, the things James Harden claims are cheating is something all teams try to do to gain an edge. Try to figure out your signal calls. Try to figure out what plays you're running. Anything to gain an edge. Like what is James Harrison talking about?
Yeah.
Like a coach never came up to him and said, "Hey, I think this play coming. Watch out for this play." Like who knows what coach may have heard that or seen that? There's all types of possibilities going on,
Yeah.
But if the coordinator is irresponsible enough to let us see the signs or figure them out, then hell yeah, who wouldn't use it? Like it's just like any other coach or any other team. Like, damn right, give me the signals.
You went to the Eagles the year after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you never heard nobody say that.
Now, I never heard nobody talk about it because at the same time, remember, I'm the X factor in all this. When I played against the Eagles in the regular season, I picked them off twice and I picked them off for the game winner. So where is the cheating? Win the game. You know what I mean? Donovan McNabb, he didn't play that game. Obviously, I forget who the backup quarterback was at that time. But where is the cheating? Where are they? I don't even listen to the coaches what they're telling me. You understand? So I don't even understand what.
You don't even listen to the coaches.
I play cornerback. I don't have time to be guessing because the coach told me this play is coming. I have to stick to my technique. So even if they told me what play was coming, I'm still not going to believe them. I'm going to believe my technique and what I'm seeing on the football field. You understand? Maybe that helps the defensive linemen and linebackers and things like that, but it definitely doesn't help me as a cornerback. But yeah, man, that's James Harden, man. James Harden, tighten up, brother. Florida style, man. If you don't know what tighten up mean, hey, talk to your brother in Florida, man. Talk to my son. He up there. Go help my son out. Root for my son, man. He's a Steelers now. Hey, go Steelers, baby. Go Steelers. Go Steelers. Let's do this. Hey, can the Steelers beat the Chargers? Can the Steelers figure out a way to get to the Super Bowl? It was tough. It was tough when they just played the Chargers, you know?
Right.
Is it a possibility? What do you think about the Steelers, man? I don't know, man. I think Aaron Rodgers too old. He isn't. He doesn't want to get tackled or hit like he used to back in the days, man. And I think Aaron Rodgers is killing the.
I think they should have added that. They messed up not adding a wide receiver to that team, man. I feel like they need another wide receiver. Just having DK Metcalf out there and 3 tight ends on the field at the same time all the time. Like they don't got no other threat but Metcalf. Yeah,
because Aaron Rodgers, he need that wide receiver that can get open instantly, like we talked about, after the game. And he doesn't have that. So yeah, definitely, man. This is a big adjustment for him because he always had that wide receiver that he could depend on. DK Metcalf, man, he's just too slow, man. He doesn't get going fast enough, and that isn't going to be suffice enough for Aaron Rodgers, baby. Aaron Rodgers, he need that go-to, baby. But hey, we got to talk about Travis Hunter, man. Travis Hunter, oh man, bad news. But Travis Hunter coming out of Jacksonville, bad news coming for Travis Hunter out of Jacksonville. Bad news. Jaguar star Travis Hunter undergoes season-ending knee surgery to repair LCL, sidelined for 6 months.
Oh, man.
Travis Hunter's rookie season is over. The Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver and cornerback underwent knee surgery Tuesday to repair his LCL, the team announced. He will miss the rest of the season and will be sidelined for about 6 months recovering. Hunter is expected to be available for the start of next fall. Man, that is so sad to hear. But guess what, man? But guess what? Anything that happens in Jacksonville, it's Trevor Lawrence's fault. It's Trevor Lawrence's fault, man. It's Trevor Lawrence's fault.
How that's Trevor Lawrence's fault?
Goes wrong with the Jaguars. It's Trevor Lawrence's fault. It was a ball he threw somehow, some way. He put someone in harm's way. He's throwing the ball behind the wide receivers and putting their ligaments and everything in jeopardy. It's Trevor Lawrence's fault. Man. Everything that happens in Jacksonville right now is just, you know what I mean? Because the Jaguars actually, man, they have a good team. Minus Trevor Lawrence, they have a good team, and they should be able to do some good things. If Trevor Lawrence played a tad bit better, oh, man, Jacksonville Jaguars be tough to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And in the hood, man, y'all know in the hood, everybody got a nickname, right? My nickname is Zunt, Truck, and whatever else, man, they call me, man. But it was mainly Zunt. I never called myself Zunt.
Your nickname Truck?
Back when I was a kid,
Yeah, that was my boxing nickname, Truck. That's funny.
They started calling me Truck because I ran into a wall and broke the wall with my head. So you know what I mean. But yeah, so we got to give out these hood nicknames, man, because like say what needs to be said. We got a little, rasp over here. You get a little. I ain't gonna call it hood, but we get a little. You know what I mean. A little under-sophisticated, if that's the term we want to use. You know what I mean? But everybody in the hood got a nickname. So we're going to start giving out nicknames, right? And nobody wants to be called by the government name in the hood. If you're not from the hood, then you understand that. Understand that, right? And Trevor Lawrence's nickname from now on until he does something different is Can't Get Right. Trevor Lawrence is Can't Get Right. Man, that guy there, oh man. I had so much faith and I was so excited to see Trevor Lawrence get to the NFL when he was coming out of Cleveland. I called him the next white Jesus, the great white Jesus, like the way he had his hair and everything. Man, I really thought this guy was going to be like Peyton Manning, but a tad notch better. And let me tell you, that was totally wrong. He is horrible. Dang, Trevor Lawrence can't get it right. But he actually the opposite of a guy like Jordan Love. His mechanics and everything are actually pretty good. His mindset, the way he sees the field and read routes and coverage and things like that is all messed up. So anything that happened to Travis Hunter, I'm sure Trevor Lawrence had something to do.
He just it's like Trevor Lawrence just broke your heart, man. You had so much belief in him. He let you down.
and being that Travis Hunter there now is like, man, I know that he isn't going to do Travis Hunter anywhere. You know what I mean? But injuries are inevitable in the NFL or in football, period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? However, injuries was a big concern for Travis Hunter playing both ways. We always had a concern about Travis Hunter playing both ways in the NFL and being able to stay healthy, right? Now, Hunter and the Jaguars are going to need to decide if the risk is worth the reward with Travis Hunter playing both sides of the football. And here are the risks. The risks are the chances of him getting injured 2 times greater than a player who plays one side of the football, right? Travis Hunter playing both sides of the football is at risk getting hurt 2 times more than a player that plays one side of the football. That's one risk. Hunter may never reach his full potential playing both sides of the football. That's risk number 2. And then ultimately, what this is all about, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence will continue to put not just Travis Hunter, but all his wide receivers in harm's way on most of a lot of passes. Let's say a lot of passes. I ain't gonna say most of the passes, but a lot of passes. Too many passes for these wide receivers to have to deal with. Lawrence gonna put his receivers on a do or die mission, do or die circumstances a lot of times, man. And they have to figure out, do they want to sacrifice their body and make that catch? Because it hurts. It hurts. Let me tell you, it hurts when those helmet and those shoulder pads come through with elbows and everything, and someone is trying to take you out because they trying to get paid and take care of their family. It hurt. So
this Trevor Lawrence's first major injury, man. He actually got to get surgery and miss the rest of the season. So it's going to be
Travis Hunter. This is Travis Hunter.
What'd I say?
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh yeah, my fault. Travis Hunter. Yeah. So I feel like they need to stick on him playing defense, honestly, and sprinkle him. They want to put him on offense or a few plays. I feel like they need to focus on that. To make sure he's right too. Just not just physically, but mentally as well. Be able to learn the game and master something instead of just doing both.
Exactly. That's what I say, man. I want to see Travis Hunter start next season as a cornerback first, and his permanent position. Let that man concentrate on one position. The NFL is the best of the best of the best. We practice this and learn how to perfect our craft damn near 8 hours a day. Travis Hunter needs to get acclimated with the speed of the game playing defense, with the receivers, how they run their routes in the NFL, the tempo that our offense plays. You understand? So I think they're doing Travis Hunter a disjustice, man, and continuing him to carry him like this. So they need to let him, man, be a cornerback and go thrive as a cornerback. We all know that he's going to thrive as one of the elite cornerbacks because he has that athletic ability and ball skills and so on and so forth, man. And man, hopefully, man, Travis Hunter gets healthy, gets well. But these are some of the issues and things we were worried about. And good thing it wasn't his ACL. They say this happened in practice. Who knows if they try and say this to cover up things like that, and you know what I mean? But the LCL is a little better than the ACL, you know what I mean? So, we keeping Travis Hunter in our prayers and wish him the best and a full recovery.
He will be back.
Come back ready to play cornerback, baby.
Yes, sir. Hopefully.
But hopefully, man, someone wakes up at Jacksonville and realize they better hurry up and get another quarterback if they plan on winning the AFC South anytime soon. If they want to dominate that vision, they have to get rid of Trevor Lawrence. Other than that, there's gonna be some frustrating days over there, But that's Travis Hunter, man. We shout out. We gonna shout out Travis Hunter, and like I said, keep him in our prayers, man.
Yes, sir.
But guess what? Another one bites the dust. Another Bill Belichick protege bites the dust. Brian Daboll, 20 wins, 40 losses, 1 tie in 4 seasons as a head coach. That's pretty awful.
It is.
And along with that, you had an opportunity to handpick 2 quarterbacks he decided to select in Daniel Jones and Jackson Dart. That's bad. 20 wins, 40 losses in 4 seasons.
So you think that was the right move, firing him right now, right this second? Yes, like this weekend.
I think it was a little premature.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it was a little premature. I honestly think it was a little premature. And Jackson Dart, he just didn't play well enough for Brian Daboll to keep his job as the head coach. You know, it all boils down to your quarterback. And being that he handpicked these players, it's like you can't really feel sorry for him. But at the same time, we see the emergence of Jackson Dart, and the development of these young quarterbacks is essentially the most important thing to an organization. You know what I mean? Like the Giants. Now, if Shedeur wasn't prepared, wasn't taking things seriously with the Giants, then Brian Daboll definitely wasn't prepared for this season, right? If he talking about Shedeur Sanders wasn't prepared and ready and taking things seriously, and how prepared was Brian Daboll for this season, or Jackson Dart? You know?
Yeah.
What goes around comes around, man. That's why you gotta watch what you say and watch what you do, because energy in life, man, it has a funny way of working its way around and you know, doing energy type of things. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, this is what this is a statement from the New York Giants, you know, after firing their head coach. And the New York Giants announced today that head coach Brian Daboll has been relieved of his duties. Assistant head coach, offensive coordinator Mike Kafka will serve as interim head coach. We spoke this morning about the direction of our franchise on the field, and we have decided that at this time that it is our best interest to make a change at the head coaching position. President John Mara and Chairman Steve Tisch said in a joint statement, the past few seasons have been nothing short of disappointing, and we have not met our expectations for the franchise. We understand the frustration of our fans, and we will work to deliver a significant improved product. We appreciate Coach Daboll for his contributions to our organization. We wish the Daboll family all the best in the future. And you know one thing about the Giants, you know, it's probably the luckiest team since the NFL ever became an entity, right? But the one thing about the Giants, for some reason, somehow, Eli Manning, they're used to winning now. They're used to winning Super Bowls and bringing home Super Bowls. Eli Manning, he got the job done. The great Eli Manning, baby. So now the expectations are high because they're still reminiscing about these Super Bowls and thinking about bringing home another Super Bowl when I don't even know how they did that time, but they did it, man. Tom Coughlin, you know, and whoever else the coaches was, man, they made it happen, right? But I know a lot of people, man, had something to say about Daboll being fired, right? But one thing I will say is never trust a guy whose last name is spelled Schoen and it's pronounced Shane. Joe Shane. Joe Shane. I don't know how you spell that. Y'all teach me something because I'm missing something. That was the first red flag. And these GM, it's either the general manager getting fired or the head coach. And the general manager is usually the closest one with the owner. And that owner is John Mara. So I'm sure he got into John Mara's ear before, you know, things got bad and threw Brian Daboll under the bus. Because his name is spelled Schoen and it's pronounced Shane. Am I wrong? Am I right? Y'all let me know if I'm wrong in the chat. Y'all correct me but never trust a guy like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, I think firing Daboll was a little premature. You know what I mean? I think it was a little premature.
Yeah.
Daboll is one of the best when it comes to quarterback development. So firing him is like, who do you expect to develop him?
He ain't get a chance with his hand-picked quarterback with Jackson Dart as well, man. Malik Neighbors out. You just got Scatterboo going down. You got your top offense really going down. I feel like he should have at least finished out the season to get fired. Even though I feel like Malik Neighbors not being there with Jackson Dart, that's a big deal right there. That's supposed to be the future right there. He didn't even get a chance to even do that because they haven't played together. So
yeah, it's totally too premature, man. Like you say, you have an elite receiver, Malik Neighbors there's no question about it. He's an elite receiver, you know. But developing a quarterback and scouting and selecting a quarterback are two different things. And I think Brian Daboll is good, like I say, the best at developing a quarterback, but he is awful at scouting and selecting these quarterbacks because he thought Jackson Dart was a better talent than Shedeur Sanders. And if he truly believed that in his heart, he is bugging. Then in 2019, he drafts Daniel Jones with the sixth pick of the draft. And that was a big surprise to everyone because no one believed in Daniel Jones like that, but Brian Daboll.
I just thought about it. I just thought about it. That they see Daniel Jones, that probably helped with the firing too. They see Daniel Jones go over there to Indianapolis and they winning games. He probably like, he was just here. Like that probably helped with the fire right there too. I just thought about that.
Exactly. You know, a lot of things played in it come in the picture. The Indianapolis Colts have the number one offense in the NFL. They're thriving. They're known as the best team. So that all these things are bothering John Mara because he wants to win another Super Bowl. Once you get a taste of that Super Bowl, it becomes, you get desperate, you get anxious, you want that thing bad as an owner, and you see all the revenue and excitement and entertainment and everything that it brings to your team, you know. But ultimately, here are the reasons. Look at these fourth quarters. Look at the fourth quarter. These are not all the double-digit leads, but can you believe that the New York Giants lost some of these games 37-34 against the Cowboys with 14 seconds left? And somehow they lose 40-37, 14-3. That's not so bad against the Saints. But the third one, 26-8 in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left. And somehow the Giants find a way to lose. 20-10 in the fourth quarter against the Bears. Caleb Williams, another young quarterback. Yeah. I mean, it kind of goes both ways, man. It kind of goes both ways, man. But if blowing double-digit leads in the fourth quarter is the problem, why not fire the defensive coordinator first instead of firing the head coach? Why do you go straight to the head coach? Like I said, never trust a GM whose name is spelled S-C, you know. Never trust them. But I think ultimately that's what happened in this situation. The general manager, Joe Shane, he got to John Mara and decided that Brian Daboll had to go. Same situation with Chris Greer and Brian Flores when they was with the Dolphins, and they had to select between Brian Flores and Tua Tagovailoa. Chris Greer stepped in. He got into Stephen Ross' ear and got Brian Flores up out of there, man. One of the best coaches right now in the NFL. And you know what? I like him to replace someone at the head coach job. These owners, they're tricky how they move and how they groove, right? So everyone doesn't like dealing with, these type of people at head coach, you know what I mean? But Brian Flores will definitely get the job done because he understands how to lead, man. He's a no tolerant type of guy, and he understands discipline, man. So I want to see Brian Flores land him a head coaching job. And
he will soon. He will soon for sure.
He will soon. You think so? You got a little faith in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Well, didn't he try to sue the NFL or after he got fired?
He tried to sue the NFL.
That might been hurting him, but as time go on, people start to forget.
Yeah. So some Eagles news, man. Jair Alexander walks away from football, man. He walks away from football, man. And football is a tough game, man. And a lot of times, man, y'all understand, man, our mental health is the most important thing to us. And that's what we deal with a lot as football players. Y'all understand a lot of banging on our heads, a lot of stress. It comes with doing a job and doing your job as an NFL player, coming, down from the coaches to the scouts, to the general managers and things like that, for us to do our job at a high level. And it's pressure each and every week. And sometimes things doesn't go right, man. And ultimately, man, we think about taking a break, you know? We want to take a break.
All right.
And sometimes we just need that break to refresh and reset, right? And sometimes, like Jamal Adams, man, he's now back with the Oakland Raiders, and he had like a year or two off, but he was able to reset and take a break and see that he missed football and get that joy and love back, because the mental sometimes, man, is all over the place. And man, you have to it's a hard thing to deal with as football players. And I only could think it comes from because we do so much banging with the helmet. We deal with mental illness or mental challenges the most, you know, as football players. Football is the number one sport with the most suicides and things like that. So yeah, man.
Yeah, we just seen one recently. So it, like, I don't blame him for stepping away and taking time for himself to figure it out. I'd rather see that than seeing what we seen last week, because that was a tragedy as well. So and also Lane Johnson on the same team, he stepped away for a game for a while and did the kind of same thing. He has like a big mental awareness organization in Philadelphia, where, so I feel like he probably grow closer with Jair Alexander just because of that.
Yeah. Reading the comments, man. Yeah, no, I meant to bring this up, man. Yeah, like I said, man. Brian Daboll is a quarterback whisperer. He's great at developing quarterbacks, but he's not a head coach. I think he can go somewhere and thrive as an offensive coordinator and be awesome. He'll be awesome head coach. I mean, awesome offensive coordinator, right? A lot of these proteges that are coming from the Bill Belichick tree, they need to thrive at coordinator. Right now, Matt Patricia, he's doing well at the defensive coordinator for Ohio State. Josh McDaniels, he's doing well at the Patriots again. Then you got Brian Daboll. He was doing so well when he was with the Buffalo Bills and had Josh Allen being the offensive coordinator. A lot of these people are coaches that come from the Bill Belichick tree. You know, they only know how to do things how Belichick taught them and showed them how to do things. They aren't authentic, or they don't really have a map on how they want to do things. So it's kind of like they're following a system that they don't really understand themselves. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, they you know, everybody wants to make it to the top and be a head coach, or be, you know, make it to the top of your employment. And that's in football, coaching, you want to be the head coach. So yeah, man, they ultimately going all of them try. You know, I haven't seen one succeed yet. I think the players who played for Belichick will succeed before the coaches who was under the coaching tree for Bill Belichick, like a Mike Vrabel, right? For instance. But I don't think the coordinators will ever thrive.
I see Mike Vrabel do something that Bill Belichick used to do, putting the defensive players on offense on them short yardage plays. He do that a lot.
Yeah. Because Mike Vrabel was that guy, right?
Yeah, I think Mike Vrabel got like 14 touchdowns.
Man, he caught a lot of touchdowns. Mike Vrabel is very athletic, man. Very athletic. But before we go, we got to talk about Antonio Brown, man. Antonio Brown, y'all know the brother. Antonio Brown, let me show y'all the mug shot. Let me turn that. Y'all see Antonio Brown. What do y'all think about Antonio Brown? Does Antonio Brown have a chance, man? Is there a chance that Antonio Brown get off this case, man, and beat this rap, or get a slap on the wrist for attempted murder charge that is clearly on tape, that has been circulating on social media for the past 6 months since he's been overseas in Dubai? And I'm clear now. I'm clear on him being extradited and things like that. They went and got his butt.
Yeah,
they went and got his butt. Now he's supposed to have a bail hearing tomorrow after being on social media teasing and acting like he's bigger than the world. You know, you can't be touched. But does Antonio Brown have a chance to beat this case? You know, he found a lawyer, man, that is fighting for him, and he's adamant that Antonio Brown is innocent, man, and he reacted in self-defense. And how? Y'all let me, all the hood
Listen.
lawyers out there. You be a hood lawyer too, Drees, man. All the hood lawyers out there. Explain to me. I know everybody's seen the film. Explain to me, all the hood lawyers out there, what possible defense, we know it's self-defense, but how can he defend himself or explain this self-defense when he went and, tried to get the guy with the bang bang? Explain that to me. But what possible defense can self-defense be in that situation?
I don't think he got a good chance because he was gone for so many months. I feel like if he was like stay here, turn himself in right away, because we all know he knew about it. He tweeted about it. So he was knowingly out the country, across the world, knowing that he was wanted for attempted murder. So that messed up the whole thing. I feel like if he turned himself right away, they probably would have got a chance of like a better fight. But I think that fight is over. That's just like you said, the video is proof right there. You basically chasing down a person. If you felt fear for your life, you do the opposite. You go the opposite way.
Right. And then always believe and understand when you in situations, people look at your behavior, how nice you are, your manners and things like that. And right now, he is not going to, no one is going to afford him any opportunities or feel sorry for him because of how he acts and carries himself. He's just very, he's very obnoxious, man. A very obnoxious guy that seems to act like he doesn't care. And when you go before the judge and the prosecutors and everybody that wants to make a name off of you goes to tell the judge, Your Honor, this man flew to Dubai. We charged him. As soon as we charged, we gave him a $10,000 bail and house arrest. But he didn't even want that, Your Honor. He doesn't want to face responsibility and be held accountable. We can't trust him, Your Honor. Those things are going to sound so bad to the judge, right? And that isn't the picture you want to face. Now, the judge isn't the jury, but the judge has a lot of direction to the jury, and you don't want to be on the judge's bad side. Who wants to sit in jail when you have all of this out here,
Right.
And doing that to yourself, like we talked about the mental health part of football, the things like that. And we all know how AB left football, and stopped playing football. He's definitely one of those people. We all us football players, we need to seek counseling and help and things like that because, football is a dangerous sport. But we're going to see, man. We're going to talk about it Thursday. Tomorrow he has a bail hearing. Will his bail be denied because he's a flight risk? Or will the judge somehow grant him a bond? And if the judge grants him a bond, he has to be an AB fan, a football fan, and he knows something about AB. A lot of times, man, that'll win you over in court, man. So, but AB is just he's bugged out, man, and he don't know how to handle himself when times is rough, man. And you got to tighten up if you want your freedom. Once they get a hold of you, and these lawyers and prosecutors want you, man, you have to back down. You have to back down. So the chances are is out. There's no chance that Antonio Brown beats this attempted murder rap, man. Good thing nobody got hit. First and foremost, nobody got hit with any.
I think the person got grazed
and hit.
Yeah. Good thing nobody died.
That's two totally different things. Died. Right. Woo! He should have. If he did, he would have needed to fly somewhere that nobody knows he's at, man. If somebody would die, you understand? But yeah, he might be okay, man. He might be all right, man. He might get a slap on the wrist. The thing about it too, if you're a lawyer and you're working for AB, you have to get to the victim and the victim lawyer and figure out how to work that out and tell them and get them not to testify and try to, get the charges dropped and things like that. And that's pretty much the only way that AB could get out of it. That guy want his money. He's suing AB for some past issues, and they had a relationship in the past and did some business together and things like that. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Who played this Thursday night?
Thursday night? I'm not even sure.
Y'all look it up real quick. Who played Thursday night in the chat? Let's see if y'all get it back before Drees. If I remember correctly, is it the Dolphins and the Raiders? No.
I think the Dolphins play overseas this week. I remember that.
Yeah, man. AB getting hit with criminal
Thursday is the Jets and the Patriots.
Oh, the Jets and the Patriots, man. Drake May, man. And yeah, we'll talk about that. That'd be perfect time to talk about Drake May. And, you know, the NFL has to hype some superstars up, even if they ain't superstars. But I don't believe in the hype. I don't go for that stuff. I see what my eyes tell me. And if they don't tell me what's great, if they tell me something is not that great and everybody's saying it's great, I'm gonna go with what my eyes tell me. Right now, Drake May, he's kind of, you know, he's progressing, and you like to see that from your talented players and things like that. But right now, he's trying to be great. He's not really there yet, not even kind of close. You know what I mean?
I spoke about it a little bit last week, but when that weather changed in Tampa Bay, it was like a whole different quarterback out there. He couldn't complete a 5-yard pass, and I'm like, can't do that in New England in the winter. Like,
exactly. So, you know, and that's where the great coordinator and Josh McDaniels come in at, because he'll adapt to the situation and the circumstances that Drake May is in, and, you know, add in a lot of screens and whatever to help Drake May be successful. So, yeah, man, another quarterback whisperer, you know, another great coach. And Thursday Night Football, Drake May. Is Justin Fields going to continue to be the starter over there? Is he starting this week? They don't have a choice, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Awful, Dylan Gabriel. We have to see Dylan Gabriel for another week. And we'll definitely be talking about that, because we know, man, the memes on Twitter and Instagram about Dylan Gabriel was so funny on the podium when he said, then they made him take off his clothes, and then he had on a diaper, and he turned into like a toddler and ran off the podium, man. That was funny, man. But how do y'all think Dylan Gabriel feel, man, about seeing all these insults and people attacking him because, you know, one, that he's not playing so well, and we think he's not capable, and two, you know, everybody want to see Shedeur Sanders play besides himself. How do you feel about how do you think Dylan Gabriel feel about that? He's act nonchalant, like it doesn't bother him. What do you think?
Man, he need to go over there and use that as motivation and prove people wrong. That's what you need to do.
Do something, man. Prove us wrong. But yeah, man, Tuesday Night Vibes, man. I had fun rocking with y'all tonight, man. And the algorithm is getting back. Y'all are listening, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We was on fire in August, man, and they hit the channel left and right because I was going ham, and they trying to stop us from get to the top. So we on the road to 100,000 subscribers.
Make sure y'all subscribing.
Make sure you subscribe, man. Please, y'all subscribe and continue to support. And when we get to 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a free giveaway, man. I promise y'all. Y'all hold me to my word. I'm a man of my word now. I'm going to do a free giveaway when we get to 100,000 subscribers, man. Y'all get me there quick, man. And yeah, so it's Tuesday Night Vibes, man. I'm Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel. That's the co-host.
It's your boy 2-3 Drees.
And we had fun rocking with y'all, man, on this special Tuesday night, man. And we're going to see y'all Thursday. We are